Hi, hello, and welcome to our little talk show. Today is going to be all about workstations. What is a workstation and why do we need one? Now, I'm really glad that we were able to bring out so many of our experts today, but, you know, when experts start talking about expert stuff, it can be very hard to follow, and that is why we have added a little twist. This little friend here. So, whenever the conversation gets a little bit too nerdy, I'm going to hit this buzzer and we're going to hear this sound. Beautiful. And then the expert knows that a more approachable, or shall we say a more user-friendly answer is required. So, sounds like fun? I think so. So with that, please join me in welcoming my first guest. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Brian. Thanks for having me.
How are you today?
A little bit nervous, to be honest.
No need to be nervous. You'll be fine. Why don't you start us off by telling us a bit more about who you are and what you do at Fujitsu?
Yeah, my name is Robert. I'm a product manager at Fujitsu, and I'm responsible for the CELSIUS workstation portfolio. For example, for the two I brought along with me. On the one hand side, I have this CELSIUS H5511, which is obviously a mobile solution. And on the other hand, I have this W5012 with me, which is a stationary one. Those two machines are powered by the state-of-the-art processors from Intel, like Core i7 and Core i9.
i7, i9, I don't understand. Robert, do you sell those machines, or what is the job of a product manager? What do you do?
Okay, let me put it like that. Imagine a product manager like an architect. So an architect knows pretty much everything which is needed to create a building, right? For example, he knows all the stuff which is needed for tiling, but the actual tiling is not done by the architect itself. It's done by another expert, the tiler.
Okay, so you build like a real powerhouse.
Yeah, basically we design the perfect building, or in our case the perfect workstation, but I don't actually build it. We as Fujitsu provide all necessary processes and unite everything to build your dream house under one roof.
Okay, but I mean, when I look at this looks like a this looks like a pretty normal laptop to me. So why do we need a workstation?
Okay, maybe let it explain me like this. So if you think of tools, like tools for home usage and tools for professional usage, there's also a difference, right? You can use the screwdriver you use at home to screw in some screws. You will be perfectly fine. But we can also build tools suitable for more than just one task. It's pretty much up to the expectations of our customers. So coming back to what a workstation really is, it's the most reliable tool for specialists, supporting them in their daily tasks which come along with their job. And thanks to the possibilities given by the GPU, as well as Intel's Core i and Xeon CPUs, we can build tools that fit your individual needs. But before you hit the buzzer, I will explain CPU and GPU for you.
Well, I'm really glad you mentioned it yourself because, buzzer's right there. So what is the difference between a CPU and a GPU?
So let me start with the GPU. The GPU is the graphic processing unit, and you can imagine this like a railroad for a bullet train. It's not very flexible, but very, very fast, right? The CPU, on the other hand, which is the central processing unit, is more like a motorway. It can't compete with the bullet train in terms of speed, but it gives you the ability of more exits between more than just two destinations, right? And this motorway is shared by data from several applications. For example, you can imagine this like a truck and car or a motorbike, all going at different speeds. And thanks to our partners from Intel, we are capable of working with the newest generation of processors, like the Intel Core i9 or Intel Xeon, which delivers even more performance to our motorway.
Okay, got it. But if I can have all of this power in a mobile device, why would I even consider something stationary? Why would I even consider a workstation?
A very good question. So let's stick to the automotive metaphor. We already know that workstations can be like multi-tools, right? An ambulance is a mobile solution for a lot of tasks fixing a variety of issues for a patient. But it just can't hold all the possibilities necessary for emergencies out there. Just think of an MRI examination, for example, or other stuff like that. For that, we have built hospitals. In those facilities, we have almost every possibility to take care of all the patient's problems. But the patient have to get into the hospital. And sometimes you need both. Start working in an ambulance while driving to the hospital, where you ultimately have all possibilities available.
Okay, simple enough. So if I want the whole package, I'm going to go for something stationary.
Well, that depends. Our consultants will talk to the customer to find out what performance class is truly needed.
Robert, you were doing so well. What is a performance class?
So basically that's also not so difficult. It's like planning a trip. Let's say you want to go somewhere on your own and you don't really care about streets. I would recommend an enduro motorcycle because it's fast, it's flexible, and it gives you a lot of freedom, just like our CELSIUS mobile workstation does. But if you want to bring 3 friends with you, you'd have to do the journey 3 more times. Taking them one by one, not very efficient, right? So if you want to bring friends, I would recommend a car. And for a comfortable journey, you should travel along the streets. So this could be a perfect task for our CELSIUS W5012 here. But if there are like 16 people you want to bring to a destination, you could go by shuttle bus. And if there are like, let's say 60 people, you should upgrade to a full-size bus. And of course we also have solutions for these problems in our portfolio. So finding the right performance class is pretty much like finding the perfect vehicle for your needs. And those needs are like super individual. That's why we have solution architects working with our customers to find the perfect vehicle for the most pleasant travel experience.
Okay, well, solution architect sounds like a really good keyword to get you out of your hot seat. Robert,
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much for your non-nerdy, well done, explanations, which were amazing. Thank you for your time, and keep up the good work. Thanks a lot.
Thank you as well.
And with that, we say goodbye. Stay tuned for our upcoming talks, and as always, remember, don't worry, work happy. Bye-bye.